Blessings, you are tuned in to Throwback Talk with V Fox, and this is week 2. All right, I know everybody's still excited about the big win last week. Yay! Go ahead, get it out your system because it's over, and it's time to go after the second W. Now, the great thing about this week is that we are back at FedEx Field. This is great for a player. I'm telling you, it's already great to play in front of your home fans, but when you come off of a big win at home last week and you get to play there 2 consecutive weeks, it's nothing greater than that. Now, I don't know if this stuff matters for you. It proved that it didn't matter too much last week with the Giants, but we are 8-1 versus the Cards at FedEx Field, so that's a big deal. Not only that, but we're 7 games into a win streak versus these guys, so some of this stuff really matters, and it changes their mentality. But they're going to come in, they're going to have their ears pinned back, and they're going to come after us, so we have to be cognizant of that. Some of the things that I think are important, I want to call these Vern's views. These are things that I think are important going into this week, or just interesting. And one thing that's very interesting is that, remember, Hightower's playing against his former team. Now, as a player, I'm going to tell you what this means. It gives you 2 perspectives. For one, he's able to kind of fill the team in. He's very familiar with the personnel over there, with the scheme in some ways, and so he can kind of fill the skins in and give them some insight that they wouldn't normally have. But the other part of that is he has something to prove. I'm telling you, when you're on the other side of a trade or a team letting you go and you have an opportunity to play against that team, you're going to give it everything you have. You're going to come after them like you probably wouldn't in an ordinary game. I remember when the Detroit Lions came into FedEx Field, that was probably the best day of my life when we beat them up and smacked them around a little bit. Nothing felt better than that. Let's not forget, though, Vonnie Holiday was on the other side of that trade. So he's in Arizona, coming back into FedEx Field, and not only will he kind of fill them in on the defensive scheme of what the Skins are doing, but at the same time, he has something to prove. He has a chip on his shoulder that he wants to get off with a possible victory, and we're not going to let that happen. Grossman and Gaffney, I never even thought about this. These guys played together at Florida. So not only are they building a rapport here, but they've already built one in college. And so these guys are very familiar with each other. And I think we're going to be able to see some great things out of them. Not only them, but just the receiving core in general. I think that Grossman has something great to work with moving forward this season. The Cards. Everybody knows what happened to them last week. A rookie, Cam Newton, came in, threw 422 yards, threw the ball all over the field, busted coverages, people out of place, and it blew my mind because of the DBs that they have, the talent that they have on the backside. Kerry Rhodes, Adrian Wilson, the rookie, Peterson. All of these people are very valuable players and guys that have extreme amount of talent, and to see that happen kind of blew my mind. So what we have to understand is that they're going to make sure that that doesn't happen again. They're going to be back deep in coverage, not letting any balls get over their head. And what does that do? It opens up the run. So we need to establish the run early. We need to remember that they're going to be cognizant of the pass. And if we can get the run going, then that's just going to open up the pass game altogether. And I think that our guys will have a big day if we can do that. They gave up 4 sacks last week. So for guys like Neal and Kerrigan, I think you guys need to be ready to pin your ears back and go after this guy. Cobb had a pretty good game last week, 305 yards passing, but I think we can rattle him and force him into some bad throws. By the way, if you haven't gotten over to NFL.com yet and voted for Ryan Kerrigan for Rookie of the Week, make sure you do that. Now, Beanie Wells, this is their running back. This is the guy that was kind of waiting in the wings when Hightower came over to the Redskins. He ran for 90 yards last week. He's looking pretty good. And also they have Chester Taylor on their team who will be suited up this week, and he'll be ready to compete against the Skins. So I think we need to really go after the run. We need to try to stuff that run like we did last week. We proved we can do it with 2 great running backs that the Giants came in with. We shut them down. I think we can do the same thing again, and then it's going to force the ball to be in Cobb's hand and for him to have to try to win the game. We got to stop Fitzgerald. That's a no-brainer. This is their franchise. This is the person that the offense is built around. So he had 3 catches last week for about 65 yards. So if we can kind of neutralize him and keep him under control, I think that we can force their offense to really have to find some other things to do to be successful. We got to protect the ball, which goes without saying. We got to establish the run, and then let's open it up so our receivers can have a big day. Santana Moss, Anthony Armstrong, Jabbar Gaffney, all those guys on that side of the ball, the Coolies and Fred Davis. We can really have a great day with them. let's talk about what our injury situation is looking like. LaRon Landry practiced a little bit on Wednesday. He you know, kind of tested the waters, so we don't know. We're being sensitive about that. We're going to wait and see if he's able to go. Arakpo has an ankle injury, so we're hoping that he'll be okay and that he'll be suited up and ready to go. But anyway, if Landry can't go, we got a lot of confidence in Reed Dowdy, and we got confidence in the guys on that side of the ball. We're being careful with Cooley and making sure that he's healthy, and I think that he'll be up this week. Fantasy tip of the week. Like I said last week, I'm going to go with Hightower again. This guy has a lot to prove. Trust me, he is going to have heat under him. He's going to come out in this game ready to go. So I'd say for my fantasy owners, if you got a chance to get Hightower, or if he's on your team, start him. I think he'll be a great fit for you this week. Now, let's not forget, anybody that's going to the game, or even if you're not going to the game, this is the week where they start the rally for children's books. So if you got children's books and you're going to the game, make sure you bring those books and donate them, because they're going to be used for a worthy cause. And if you don't get a chance to go to the game, go by any border store in the DC area and donate your books, and then they'll get those books in the hands of some kids that can really use them. All right? Now, the throwback item of the week, before I shut it down. This is something that is very special to me. This is a cleat that I wore when I was with the Skins. Actually, this is one that I didn't wear. I had quite a few this way, but you got to take a look at these. These are custom-made Nikes. Now, I ordered a lot of Nikes along the way, but these are special to me because I had them actually hand-painted. Take a look. Look at that. There's the gold. There's the maroon. But the best part of it, look at that back there. 3.9 for the free mind. So, let's not forget, man. Let's support our Skins. Let's go after it. Week 2, we can get a streak going. Let's be 2-0, baby. All right? Hail to the Skins.
Wait a minute. I almost forgot. Special teams. Beware. Patrick Peterson. Did you see the 89-yard punt return last week? The dude is strong. Runs through tackles. We got to wrap up. We got to get him down. We got to attack him. You know what it is, special teams. Special to my heart. Come on, let's do it. Catch me every week for pregame and postgame analysis and everything in between. God bless.